you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gators will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nudges ahead for one, out to the 16. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing in their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Forced out of the pocket. Shoots it to the left. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Yeah, and the QB, tell you what, he does a good job of buying time, scrambling outside of the pocket to the left, but the defense holds true, understands their responsibilities. I can't just leave my guys deep. Good coverage, which leads to the overthrow.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got it, looking for a 1st. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down.
Early in the game, pass complete, great job, sets up a manageable 4th down. We're going to set the tone early in this game. We're going to be aggressive. Yes, we're going for it.
And the Gators looking to convert on 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's got him in the flat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
And the Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Gonna run it. It's Shields. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's busted. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The sure hands. It's Petty. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Motion from the wideout. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Shields. Not enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Takes a hit as he fires. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Eastern Michigan. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Hokies want to crank the tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires it incomplete. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And the Hokies are flying down the field. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Really nice looking pass there. And I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he could carve up this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Breaks the tackle. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead on the 34.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Hokies can really attack on this second and short. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. From the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Got his man in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the first down a little bit short. But what did I do? I made this a manageable 4th down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away to buy time. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Motion from the back. A designed run for the quarterback. Finds some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. The snap sets up the throw. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he's going to bring this one out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Florida.
You can't start the 2nd half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the 3rd quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has... And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Hokies in the hurry-up. Gator fans want to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat, too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Rush is on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the right. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver.
He uncorks one deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Here they come, and it's blocked. After that punt, they might as well have just gone for it. I mean, the offense is going to start inside the red zone.
And you got to give the special teams coach a lot of credit. He's been game planning this all week long. He saw something on film that made him believe they might be able to get some push and get some penetration right up the middle of the field, and it worked. Huge play on the block punt.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Slams ahead. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go.
And he ends up taking a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Finds a little space.
And the Virginia Tech offense will take over 1st and 10.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get down in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
The Hokies will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete out of the backfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job on the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And the Hokies line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
A 10-yard loss on the play. Second down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. He wants to change this route. Going to sling it on second down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Eastern Michigan. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Shields. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
Well, that's one on third down. The quarterback and his target just had to have a little better timing. That ball had to come out a split hair sooner. As a result, though, being late, it gets swatted down, and now we've got fourth.
So now on comes the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots.
There he goes. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's pretty amazing at this point in the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking, we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worth